Hafa Day, Guam, and welcome back to Fiesta Friday. I'm very pleased and honored to be joined by two lovely ladies who are going to talk about a new craze in Guam athletics. We have Kelly Wynn and Jante Delion. Ladies, Hafa Day. Thank you for joining
me. Thanks for having us.
Okay, so is it pronounced SUP or is it SUP? I know stand-up paddling, it's an acronym for that, but everybody's into it. And commercially, this is like a hot market right now because it's the thing to do.
It is. It's actually SUP.
Okay.
You can say SUP.
I am more hip right now because of that and everything.
Right.
Yeah. But how does it differ from like traditional paddling or or waveboarding or what we Guamanians have been used to as far as water sports?
Well, with paddleboarding, you basically stand on a surfboard-like thing and you paddle like with an oar that like the outrigger paddlers do. So it's kind of a little bit of a thing, from all the different sports that we do combined into one. Mm-hmm. And then, your kids can hop on the board too, so it makes it a good family sport too.
That's also really challenging for people like me, people that are like tall, because you've got to deal with like gravity and for people like myself, general goofiness.
Yes and no. As long as you're matched up to the right board size, anybody can be able to paddle easily.
Okay, so even a dork like me can actually do fairly well at this.
Yeah.
I'm in. Sign me up. Well, Kelly, you and your company have been instrumental in really getting the word out and really developing a community here of people into SUP. So tell me about that.
Well, Jante is one of the co-owners of SUPFest Guam, and she has been instrumental in really spreading the word about stand-up paddleboarding. And
evangelize the gospel.
She absolutely. And what we have done is my company Pivot has created a year-long series of events called Xterra Island, and it's basically just our mission is to get people up, get people out, get people active. And stand-up paddleboarding is a wonderful way to get people just out on the water, get them to do some physical activities, and it's a lot of fun. It's just a great way to get people out and get people active.
And you see it all over social media. They're hashtagging this, they're taking pictures, they're doing every single thing under the sun. May I ask, Jante, commercially and everything like this, obviously this is doing very well and everything, but
it is.
How easy is it to get involved with this? Because you need some gear, clearly.
For the SUPFest, basically, it's open to everybody. So if you don't own a board, we will have boards available for race day that you can rent out from us. They won't be race boards, but they'll be our all-around boards, and we do have some categories that would fall under those boards that we can provide for you. So so as long as you're there, you're able to come and paddle.
I like that. It's a win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yes.
All right. Well, you and I are basically going to be like in the introductory division. Yeah. Okay. So and that's a pretty good segue because I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to try this, give anybody that lives on Guam an excuse to go to the beach and they're like, hey, I'm there. But there are going to be some people, I'd rather not go out there and, try this for the first time when you've got probably top flight, high caliber athletes doing these things and everything like that. If I'm a newbie and everything like that, is there a community for me to join in? Are there first timers?
Oh yeah, definitely. There are several businesses here in Guam that do rentals, but with SUPShack we do lessons as well, and that's actually how I met Kelly for the first time. She had called me and scheduled a lesson, and I didn't know that she was with Xterra at that time, and it wasn't until we were paddling that I had met her.
Let's do an event.
Yeah. And
well, let's talk about that. How was it your first time trying out, on the water with the device?
I was really nervous at first. I even made a joke with Jante about I'll probably spend more time in the water, and she was really great. She just assured me that as long as I have the right board for my height and my weight, that I would be fine, and I was. And we went, my very first time, we went all over Tumon Bay. Got to see some really cool things. Got to see some manta ray, eagle rays.
Yeah.
First time it was. I hate to say the word easy. Much easier than I thought it would be, and just a ton of fun.
And the one thing I've noticed, Jante, is people mentioning this, not just on social media, but, people walking on the street, like, hey, have you tried this? It's me. Right. Everybody is hooked.
It's like a cult.
Yeah, and I guess, it's so easy to get started, and, once you do, you meet so many cool people.
Exactly.
And it's not cliquey. It's not like, here's all the pros and here's all,
exactly.
Everybody's cool.
Exactly. Everyone's cool. You can have these styrofoam paddle boards or these super high-grade paddle boards, and as long as you all have that passion, y'all put together.
All right. Well, I've got some leftover cardboard in my house for my breakdancing.
That'll work.
No. All right. That sounds good. Okay. So when is it, and how do is there a registration process that we go through, and how do we get involved?
So the event SUPFest is scheduled for Saturday, July the 25th, out at Matapang Beach, and registration is available at xterraisland.com. It'll be open until 5 p.m. on Friday, July 24th, so you still have plenty of time to go in and register. And the first 50 people that register for 2 races or more. Or, I'm sorry, no, the first 50 people that register get a free shirt from Hafaloha. They've designed a special SUP edition shirt for us.
I love their stuff.
Oh yeah, so great. And they'll be out there on event day, so come out and see what they have. And then for everybody who registers for 2 or more races, Jante is raffling off a brand new paddleboard that is great for
very nice
for novices, for advanced paddlers. So
yes, it's a really cool board because it's basically actually the same board Kelly had used when we did lessons, but it's a great soft top board and has bungee straps on it, and anybody actually that comes to the event is eligible to purchase raffle tickets. So, you know, we want to encourage everyone to come down. SUPFest is a free event, so come on down, buy raffle tickets. There'll be several other things that will be raffled off from other vendors.
Again, there's no reason why you wouldn't want to do this, Guam, so we want to make sure and see everybody out there. Okay, exactly. Well, Jante, if you would take us into commercial by telling us, you know, where, as maybe like an architect of this new movement and everything like that, how do you see SUP being implemented, like maybe at the high school level, you know, getting it to be like a sport, being more competitive, and spreading it throughout the island?
Well, you know, it is a great core activity, so, you know, you're working everything, and I think with any program that the high schools have, they have outrigger paddling, they have track, it falls right under that. You know, it's just, we would need to get more people to kind of understand what the benefits of paddleboarding are, and Xterra was nice enough to post all the benefits of paddleboarding on their website, so you know, anyone can take a look at that and see.
All right, Jante and Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
The wonderful island breeze, the ocean, the beach, really cool people. No excuses, basically. We want to see you there, so ladies, thank you once again.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you for watching, but we are not done. Stay tuned. There is much more Fiesta Friday. On the flip side of this break, you're watching KUAN.